To acknowledge the fact that the entire world is before you is a grand expression of the boundless potential that awaits us as we journey through life.
We are the answer. We are the voice. Claim your power. We have a choice. Ain't nothing stopping us. We got what we
Nice.
We are watching the makings of a superstar.
Hey, we dominated. It pays off in the
Tell you what, the future is bright in Manhattan, Kansas.
Students here at KState are getting those experiences that really prepare them for the future.
One of the unique things about Kansas State University is it was the first operational land grant. Nobody has it as central to their mission. It is about access. It is about opportunity. It is about affordability. It is about encouraging people to allow them to achieve their dreams and go beyond what they can dream.
And this team just keeps pushing.
We're all trailblazers and we're out here to push ourselves. It is possible. You can achieve anything.
I'm in a position right now where I feel the entire world is really before me.
And hear this. The world is already better with you in it.
We know if we do good things in Kansas, we can do good things around the world.
Well, good afternoon and welcome to the College of Business Spring 2026 Commencement Ceremony. Please stand as we honor our nation with the presentation of colors and the national anthem sung by Devlin Yoakum.
Say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so brightly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave a proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated. A big thank you to the U.S. Air Force Aerospace Studies students for the presentation of colors, and to Devlin Yoakum for that beautiful rendition of the national anthem. We deeply appreciate your contributions to this ceremony. Today, we gather to celebrate the achievements of our graduating students. We also extend a special welcome to families, friends, faculty, and distinguished guests joining us for this momentous occasion. I wish to thank our bagpiper, David Morrison, and our organist, August Siefkees, for the processional music. The platform party for today's ceremony includes, from my far left first row, Dr. Richard Linton, President, Kansas State University, Dr. Jesse Mendez, Provost and Executive Vice President, Dr. Adam Walker, President and CEO of the Kansas State Alumni Association, Dr. Brett Wilkinson, Director, the Herbal Family School of Accountancy, Dr. Sabui Sardarli, Associate Dean of Administration and Finance, Dr. Terry Mason, Associate Dean, Graduate and Undergraduate Programs. From my right, first row, Elizabeth Flinty Snodgrass, Class of 2006 and today's commencement speaker, Mr. Noah Biswell, College of Business student commencement speaker, Ms. Katie Albertson, College of Business outstanding senior, Dr. Esther Swilley, Head Department of Marketing, Dr. Bill Turnley, Head Department of Management, and Dr. Eric Higgins, Professor of Finance. Would you please join me in giving the platform party a round of applause? Please be seated. The marshals for today's ceremony are Brandon Savage, Advanced Instructor in the Department of Management, Tarek Nasser, Associate Professor in the Department of Finance, Shonda Thomason, Academic Advisor in the Student Success Center, and Leah Fields, Academic Advisor in the Student Success Center. Please join me in a round of applause thanking these individuals. Well, graduates, today is a wonderful day of celebration for you and your families, and I'm privileged to have the opportunity to share this special occasion with you. Family members of the graduates, we are grateful that you are here today to celebrate the culmination of our graduates' years of hard work and sacrifice in the pursuit of knowledge, a meaningful career, and a promising future. Graduates, no one is happier or prouder of your accomplishments than the loved ones gathered here today. I want to take this moment to acknowledge the encouragement and support your families have provided you for your success. Would the parents, spouses, and children of our graduates please stand and be recognized? I know that many of our families here today are celebrating a family tradition as a new generation joins the ranks of KState alumni. Would all those present today who hold degrees from Kansas State University please stand for us to honor each family's Wildcat legacy. And although we are here today to honor the accomplishments of the graduates, we also acknowledge the faculty and staff who have worked with our graduates in completing their studies. In honor of the faculty and professional staff who have served you with such dedication, I ask you, our graduates, to please stand and applaud their contributions to your success. Thank you. Thank you. We're honored to have Kansas State University President Richard Linton, Provost and Executive Vice President Jesse Mendez, and President of the KState Alumni Association, Adam Walker, join us today. Thank you all for being here. It's now my pleasure to introduce our commencement speaker, Miss Elizabeth Flinty Snodgrass, class of 2006. Elizabeth has spent 20 years in the financial services industry since graduating from Kansas State University. In the early years of her career, she positioned herself as a financial advisor in the Kansas City area, beginning at a firm offering a wide range of financial services, then moving on to a role as a regional investment advisor and eventually into leadership. Today, she is a senior managing director for Principal Financial Group. She works with financial professionals who in turn work with business owners and individuals looking to improve financial relevance. Outside of her day job, Elizabeth engages in a diverse number of organizations to improve the well-being for her community. She's active in Women in Insurance and Financial Services, Rock the Street Wall Street, Caw Prairie Community Church, and participates on the advisory council of the College of Business Administration at Kansas State. Elizabeth is married to Jeff, a fellow Wildcat alumnus, and together they are proudly raising two future Wildcats, Cora and Hunter. As a dedicated alumna and avid K-State athletic supporter, during football season, Elizabeth delights in sitting with her parents and children and allowing 3 generations of Wildcats to cheer on the Cats together. She also manages many late nights for Cora and late school nights for Cora and Hunter, driving back to Kansas City from Manhattan as her family won't miss a women's basketball game. Please join me in welcoming Elizabeth Lente Snodgrass as our 2026 commencement speaker.
Thank you so much, Kevin. While many of you were just able to recognize your family, your parents, for supporting you through your years here at college, and even recognize the parents and family members that also graduated from this very university, I want to take just a moment and recognize everyone sitting in front of me today that might not have a support system in the stands today or have a parent that graduated from college at all. Wow, your pathway to get here was so much harder, and you really, really impressed me. While we can't outrun our roots, we can choose to expand our root system, and every single one of you have done that right now. You've all achieved that. If you don't have experience, borrow it. Have you heard that before? If you don't have experience, borrow it. It means learn from those that have gone before you. Well, I've got 2 decades worth of work in corporate America, and I would love for you to borrow some of the experiences that I've learned from thus far. I've learned how to live a big life. I've learned how to be a great friend to everyone I work with. And I've learned that corporate success is very correlated to your emotional maturity. So 20 years ago today, I was you. It was 2006, and I was sitting in those rows in front of me, and I was ready to graduate. I had a good job lined up. I was excited. I was also pretty scared and intimidated. Maybe you all can relate to that feeling today. See, KSU was a really easy place for me to thrive. Between all the organizations that the College of Business Administration offers, and Greek life, and my part-time jobs, and then my campus-wide organizations, I had built a really big life in Manhattan, and I was about to leave it behind and start fresh. 20 years ago sounds like a long time to you guys. It's literally a lifetime for some of you. I understand that. But friends, all I did was blink. I blinked, and I became a wife and a mother of 2 awesome kids and a senior managing director at a Fortune 200 company. While my first job after K-State was a good job, it is nowhere close to the position I find myself in today. And along my career path, I have found myself equal parts thriving and honestly failing all at the same time. There have been many times where I messed up or failed, wanted to quit. Heck, there's been many times I did quit my job. Here's the deal. I kept that reaction to myself, and I showed back up to work the next day. And this brings me to my first bit of experience that I would love for you to borrow. Your corporate success is going to be 100% correlated to your ability to regulate your emotions in the workforce. Processing everything as it comes in to the point that you have a smooth and comfortable and grounded response, that will catapult your career forward in the workforce. The more pleasant you can be during times of bad news, or your ability to stay the course when you're feeling anxious and gut it out, or being quick to show gratitude when it's much easier to show your frustration. Those are all the marks of emotional intelligence. And today's leaders have boatloads of emotional intelligence. Executives simply cannot have big reactions in the workforce. Believe me, in any given day, my patience is tested, I'm frustrated, but I'm regulating my emotions. In fact, the number of times a day I have to pause and control how I'm about to respond, that's higher than my KSU degree taught me how to count. I encourage you all to seek feedback about your emotional behavior. That way, once you have the awareness, you'll get to decide for yourself how you want to show up in the moment, in the office and at work. Here's the deal. I have not seen many executives have a meltdown or speak their mind too loudly in the workplace, but I have seen a lot of folks who are stuck in a position or at an entry-level position show their emotions quite obviously and speak their mind perhaps more than they should. So I want to pass that along because I really encourage you to consider your emotional maturity. Next, I would tell all of you to be a great friend to everyone you work with. Experience has taught me how to show up for my company and for my teammates as if they're my friends and my family. Taking the time to get personally invested in the people you work with, to learn about them personally and learn about their career goals will take you miles. If you see a project that someone's working on and you have an idea to improve it, offer them your idea for free. If you see a coworker struggling with something, or heaven forbid, you find an error or something you know they can improve on, please spare them that embarrassment before everyone else finds out. That's being a good friend. That's like telling your buddy when they have food in their teeth. If you're a great friend to everyone you work with, your career will catapult itself forward. Being a good friend is simply following the golden rule. And I'll tell you what, whenever I get feedback about my personal leadership style or my work style, I get compliments for simple things like that, following the golden rule. It'll make you trustworthy when you have everyone's back and you're a good friend. It'll make you valuable. And all my career long, executives have always brought me along for the ride with them and invited me into rooms that I didn't yet belong in. And I attribute it to the fact that they knew I had their back because of those simple tactics of being a good friend. Goodness, I'm telling you, if you are helpful, if you are likable, your career will advance forward faster than actual brain power will move your career. Now here's the biggest piece of experience I want you to borrow. And shoot, I even want my kids to hear this, so I really want you to hear this too. I want you to live a big life. There is such a great big world out there, and your personal happiness is pretty correlated to your participation in this world. You have to go out there and live it and experience it. The root system that got you here today, your parents, your family, they worked hard to nurture and grow it. Well, KState Business School took over and started watering it during your time here, and now it's your turn to go out and continue growing. This great big world will shrink on you if you start saying no to things after college. If you start staying home, avoiding social gatherings, saying no to things that scare you, the walls will shrink in and your own root system, it will become less healthy. Part of living a great big life means putting yourself out there and risking things. Here's what a big life means to me. You would define it for yourself. To me, it is saying yes to the work happy hour, or joining an intramural team, or belonging to a church, or volunteering. To me, those little actions build together a giant life. A big life in the workforce, it looks pretty similar in my opinion. It's raising your hand to take on extra work. It's applying for every opportunity that comes your way. It's attending conferences to better learn your industry. And it's networking with people that you have to be brave enough to talk to because you don't know them yet. The more chances you take, the more your root system will grow. The more your life is going to expand into a bigger life, and simply the more likely you are to love the person you become after college. I'm the daughter of 2 extroverts. It has been so easy for me to go places alone and network with people that I don't yet know. I understand that's not easy for everyone, but I can promise you this. If you want to live a regret-free life, if you want to feel joy, if you want to have peace in your heart, you really have to participate in this life. It is not a spectator sport. You're going to have to live it. So here's the good news. Living a big life is so easy. It takes 0 skill. Being an involved person, it doesn't cost you a dime. You don't need to have good personal connections. You don't have to be particularly smart or well-spoken. You just need to want more for yourself than what you have today. The truth is, there is always someone smarter than me, in the rooms I'm in. Every meeting has smarter people. However, there might not be anyone in the room living a bigger life or living a more involved life than me. And I'll jokingly point out, using myself as an example, I was once a marketing student of Dean Gwinner. I can guarantee you, if I really pressed him, he couldn't recall me as an academic standout during my time here, because I wasn't. On the same note, the CEO and president of the Alumni Association, Mr. Adam Walker, heck, he's probably relieved I have a job based on the antics he saw me pull during our time in Aggieville. I was as regular as they come. I was just a normal college kid. However, I had enormous wants and aspirations for myself. So I'm using myself as an example to point out there is nothing separating you from living a big life and having a big career as long as you do the work. Once again, I was once one of you, just 20 years ago. However, I was completely average, yet those enormous wants and those enormous aspirations have led me into a big life. In fact, it's put me in the position to stand here today in front of you and offer all of you this challenge. The person that you are today should pale in comparison to the person you have yet to grow into. This better not be your peak. I want to thank you all for spending such an important day with me, and may you all live such big lives that you can reflect on all the ways Kansas State University has set you up for success. And may you gather enough life experience that others will someday be able to borrow some of yours. God bless you, and congratulations, graduates.
Stay here. Well, thank you, Elizabeth, for your inspiring remarks and your eloquent challenge for our graduates. Please accept this small expression of our appreciation for your participation in today's ceremony. It is now my honor to present the Outstanding Graduating Senior in Business Award. This award is peer-selected based on service to the college as an undergraduate, involvement in the life of the college, engagement in the K-State community, and personal academic success. This semester, Ms. Katie Albertson is the recipient of the Outstanding Senior in Business Award. Katie, would you please join me at the podium? Katie is the daughter of Sam and Deanna Albertson. She's a native of Stillwell, Kansas, and a graduate of Blue Valley High School. She plans to attend law school beginning in the fall of 2026. Throughout her undergraduate career, Katie demonstrated exceptional academic achievement, earning a 3.89 GPA while completing dual majors in organizational management and human resource management, a certificate in data analytics, and a graduate certificate in conflict resolution. Katie has been a highly respected student leader, serving in numerous roles, including the Attorney General for the Student Governing Association, Director of Internal Relations for the Pre-Law Ambassadors, Vice President of Membership for the Women in Business Student Organization, and Director of the Mentorship Program for the Menards Family Scholars Program. She's been selected repeatedly to represent the College of Business in highly visible settings and consistently exemplifies professionalism, poise, and integrity. Her leadership, academic excellence, and commitment to service have had a meaningful and lasting impact on the College of Business community. Please join me in congratulating Katie Albertson, the Spring 2026 CBA Outstanding Graduating Senior. We also want to take a moment to recognize all of our graduating students who have achieved exceptional academic distinction at the university level. Graduates receiving honors today have earned a cumulative grade point average of 3.75 or higher, distinguishing themselves with outstanding academic achievement. Would all students who have achieved those academic honors please stand and be recognized? Thank you. You may be seated. Each semester, the college selects one student to speak at commencement as a representative of the graduates. This year, Noah Biswell is the spring commencement student speaker. Noah is the son of Jeremy and Brandy Biswell, is a native of Overland Park, Kansas, and a graduate of Shawnee Mission South High School. He's earning a Bachelor's of Science in Management Information Systems and will join Meridian Business in Overland Park as an IT consultant following graduation. During his undergraduate experience, Noah has been deeply engaged in leadership and service, including roles as a business ambassador, president of the Collegiate Entrepreneurs Organization, and a student mobilization leader. He also participated in a global service initiative working with fellow KState students to refurbish laptops for students in Guatemala and traveling abroad to assist with their delivery. Noah is a skilled communicator and creative professional with strengths in graphic design, audiovisual storytelling, data analytics, AI tools, and programming languages. As a student leader, he is known for his energy, vision, work ethic, and ability to engage and motivate others. Noah, it's my honor to introduce you as the Spring 2026 student speaker.
Thank you, Dean Gwinner, for that wonderful introduction. I'm going to give my grandparents a second to make sure, remember it's the camera app on your phone? Cool, all right, good. Awesome, I think that's enough time. Hello, class of 2026. My name is Noah Biswell, and I am honored to stand here today in front of my classmates and peers to deliver this year's commencement speech. What is your purpose? Personally, I have spent many years of my life pondering this question, and I've chased that answer through many different hobbies and aspirations. I've tried the guitar, I've tried long-distance running, and I even for a short period of time tried improv comedy. I won't tell you what to search for on YouTube, but evidence does exist. Throughout all the time I spent pouring into these hobbies, I found that all of these short spurts of motivation had one thing in common. They were fleeting. They didn't provide me with the long-term satisfaction that my heart so deeply desired. So if purpose isn't found in a piece of wood with strings or our next fastest mile time, then where do we find it? College helped me to learn a lot more than just how to navigate a McGraw-Hill Smart Book. It showed me that there's a lot more to life than the goosebump-inducing excitement of a last-minute cram session in Redina's, even though those are pretty fun too. I'm looking at you, management. Somewhere along the way, my perspective started to shift. The things I once thought would define me didn't seem to matter as much anymore. And that's when I started to realize that purpose isn't found in a physical object or in what we achieve, but rather how we live and who we impact. For me, this truth became even clearer through my faith. We see this revealed in one of my favorite Bible verses, which states, "So we fix our eyes not on what is seen, but on what is unseen. Since what is seen is temporary, but what is unseen is eternal." What this verse reminds us is that so much of what the world tells us to chase is temporary. The job titles, the salaries, the recognition. These things aren't bad, but they were never meant to define us. As business students, we're stepping into a world that will constantly tell us to measure our worth by promotions, performance, and status. But if that's all we chase, we'll find ourselves in the same place I was with my short-lived hobbies. Constantly searching, but never fully satisfied. Purpose isn't something that we achieve someday. It's something we choose to live out every single day. It's how you treat your coworkers when no one's watching. It's how you lead when you're given the opportunity. It's how you show up for people, not just when it's easy, but even when it's inconvenient. You see, that's the kind of purpose that lasts. That's the kind of impact that goes beyond a paycheck or a resume. Class of 2026, let me encourage you the same way that Paul encouraged the early church. Love others, serve others, Leave this place and seek daily to be this person to make a difference in someone's day. Carry these values we've gained during our time in college into the workplace and allow your labor to be a defining feature of the light you shine into this world that we've been so blessed to live in. It truly is the smallest acts that lead to the biggest changes. So, class of 2026, I ask again, what is your purpose? I realize today that my words may be really resonating with some of you, and I also have enough social awareness to understand that some of you are already also in Aggieville mentally celebrating. And that's okay too. But no matter where you're at, my challenge to you is to stop asking what your purpose is and start to live it. I want to thank all of the amazing professors and faculty for their intentional care and effort into our futures over the last few years. You've truly molded us to be the best versions of ourselves and have instilled knowledge and values in us that we will carry forward for the rest of our journey. As this chapter comes to a close, class, let's remember that this is just one of many. The world doesn't need more people chasing success. It needs more people living with purpose. All glory goes to God, and go Cats.
Well, congratulations, Noah, and thank you for those uplifting words. I now have the honor to welcome Kansas State University President Richard Linton to the podium for the conferral of degrees.
Well, good afternoon, and thank you, Noah, for those powerful reflections on finding purpose in your lives. Your words remind us, though, although our accomplishments are important, it's how we live our lives that's the most important and has the most impact. And now the moment that all of us have been waiting for, a time to celebrate. I have the privilege of conferring your degrees. Will the spring graduates please stand? By the authority of the people of Kansas and the Kansas Board of Regents, and upon the recommendation of your faculty, I am very pleased to confer upon you the degrees that you have earned at Kansas State University. You may now move that tassel to the left side of your mortarboards. Let's give them a big round of applause.
You may be seated. All right, graduates, it's time to recognize you and your many hours of hard work and dedication. As you proceed to the stage, please remember to bring your grad pass with you and take your diploma cover. Your actual diploma will be mailed to you once it's confirmed that you have completed the requirements. Will the marshals please bring the graduates to the stage to be recognized? And department heads, you are invited to join us as your students receive the commemorative diploma covers at the ends of the ramps. And faculty are also welcome to gather in the center aisle to share in celebrating your candidates' achievements.
The following students are receiving degrees from the Department of Management: John Albert Benson II, Gene P. Stonebreaker Jr., Noah S. Solano, Philip B. Thompson, summa cum laude, Kylan John Cunningham, magna cum laude, Ryan Mason King, Theodore Owen Carr,
Christopher Goodell,
Carson Dean Vanderbilt. Logan Tyler Miller. Carter Ray Kaus. Owen Anthony Mick. Alec Matthew Leonard. Zachary McNider. Brooke Taylor Adams. Riley Renee Vance. Carter Zayden Seth. Jake Ryan Jackson. Noah Riley Biswell. Calvin Joseph Dielich. Jacob Christopher Powers. Alexander Nathaniel Nold. Nathan William Anderson. Connor James Stranton, cum laude. Aaron Tribby, magna cum laude. George Ball Rowell. Katie Grace Albertson, cum laude. Grayson Thomas Burchett. Bobby Ray Pace. Timothy Donald Murray. Tyler James Bontrager, summa cum laude. Zachary Dale Newston, cum laude. Cameron Nelson, magna cum laude. Raul Castillo. Michael Joseph Capria. John Pastori. Wesley Fair. Shane Alexander Smith. Eli Christopher Wilch. Jamie Lane Wagner, magna cum laude. Macy Joan Carver. Dace Christopher Riddle. John Davis. Anne Elisa Borberg, magna cum laude. Grant Frederick Goody. Lee Hatcher. Tyler Ryan Eaton. Aisha Nicole Bati. Ellie Meredith Greenwood. Brooklyn Paige Sims. Marissa Horsch. Lily Mae Bakeman. Madison Nicole Schmidt. Sarah Marie Golek, summa cum laude. Brock Supka. Mia Lynn Key Adkins, summa cum laude. On Fung Lam. Matthew Gould. Colton Bennett Logan. Jackson Coombs, cum laude. Chandler Andrew Mogren. Jake Smith. Peyton McKenna Berner, cum laude. Zorlin Van Camp. Kimberly Ann Remley, summa cum laude. Ainsley Bryn Volkert, magna cum laude. Mulaney Bussault Reno, summa cum laude.
Melanie Bussault Reno.
Bibiana Perez Torres. Maxwell James McConnell. Nolan Lee Drimmel. Bryson Theodore Thomas. Jonathan Wilson. Brody Scott Barris. Time Ripley, cum laude. Reed Juthson. Alec Dane Beasley. Lakin Rose Denny, summa cum laude. Ella Foley. Jack Humes. Cody William Cartwright. Hayden Frank Holobeck Keller. Joshua Jerome Bickelmeyer, cum laude. Chloe Faye Kelly. Spencer W. Allen. Ethan Rolla. Cooper Rock Lundquist. Valdemar Abel Cantu. Ryan Otto Matheny. Elise Alexandra Watt. Nellie Allen Hinojos. Cody Ethan Richardson. Mallory Hannon. Jaylee Nicole Giles. Peyton Simon. Jackson Joseph Booth. Logan Lewis Burgess. Lewis Greenier. Alex Benjamin Boyle, magna cum laude. Timothy Novacek. Evan Ross Giles, magna cum laude. Caleb Neal Conyers. Lou Blackman. Liliana Pauline Cruz. Delana Renee Spain. Abigail Harper. Hayden Vidrickson. Coral Jaden Callan, cum laude. John Edward O'Malley. Harrison Lee Lamar. Hayden Paul Walter, Lydia Boyer, The following students are receiving degrees from the Department of Marketing: Leah Grace Durr, Callie Elizabeth Finkbeiner, cum laude, Reagan Lorraine Stang, Brooke N. Nelson, cum laude, Madeline June Ponto, Carla Patricia Rivera, Yamalith Marie Choate, Mario Alexander Martinez, Caden Allen Phillips, summa cum laude, Brecken Faith Hamby, Lucy Frances Ragland, Holly Elizabeth Asmussen, Ava Keller, Ashley Renee Poole, Daniel Valdez, Aiden Schaefer, Corbin Ramsey Heron, Josh Pileggi, Kennedy Croak, Mallory Michelle Pabst, Kira Grace Rader, Simon Philip Lee, Kuehler J. Keitzman, summa cum laude,
Kyler J. Keatsman, correction.
Anthony Quintero, Gavin William Smith, Shane Brady Bostick, Lucas Dexter, Grant Isaiah Enslinger, Brady Allen Kappelman, Cody Schlachtermeyer, magna cum laude, Samuel Burton, Aubrey Sue Boldra, cum laude, Carolyn Grace Smith, Molly May McGrath, Colton James Wire,
Correction, Colton James Weir.
Raiden Gage Adler III, Donovan Michael Allen, Nicholas James Helgett, Matthew Joseph Martin, Lydia Leon Freihoff, magna cum laude, Logan Marie Brucker, cum laude, Mina Walker, Sadie Michelle Carver, Isabella Marie Ferrigno, Catherine Faith Farrell, Kennedy Reese Pickert, Livia Schultz, Paige Elizabeth Brummer, magna cum laude, Brooke Madison Brummer, cum laude, Madeline Diane Kerr, Samuel Michael Cledusty, Jared Blake Fetty, Landon Timothy Whitey, John Joseph Manning III, Gracie James Richmond, cum laude, Emily Grace Alley, cum laude, Zan Peterson, Gracie Addison Perry, Brett Gregory Adent, Jennifer Lynn Evans, Emily Ann Wilcox, magna cum laude, William Michael Ouellette, Avery Christine Barrows, Elena Marie Wolf, Taylor McCants, Lauren Pisoni, Mallory Marie Facile, Alexis Grace Villaruel Vu, Sophie Lynn Shoemaker, magna cum laude, Summer Schneider, Allison Jeanette Burton, magna cum laude,
Riley Jean Richter.
Audra Marie Pugel, magna cum laude, Tiana Penman, Emily Ashlyn Hinson, summa cum laude, Emma Lynn Robinson, Mandy Beth Simmons, Claire Windemuller, Blake Matthew Rodenbeck, Jacob Heyer, Avery Worth, cum laude, Elise Marie Caudillo, cum laude, Gage Knopp, Trandon Andrew Dare, Fausto Ian Coloma, Kaylin Danielle Walton, Morgan Marie Turner, Luke Allen Manus, Reagan Howard, McKenna Riggs, Lucy May Pasamonte Vitug, Camry Clara Ann Gage, Elijah Michael Prater, Crislin Lee Frank, Jolie Jacqueline Madison, William Danovic Boston, Lauren Michelle Guthrie, Keegan Thomas Dimmler, Claire Eileen Wright, Leah Fletcher, Logan Gatton Dean, Stephen Brett Tucker, Aiden Cassidy King, cum laude, Daniel Stovall,
Jake Thomas Hilliard,
Cody Hawks, Seth Robert Reichenberger, Reed Matthew Liston, Austin Sean Van Alst,
Cormac Reynolds,
Jason Smith, Aiden Michael Tribble, Claire Elizabeth Gassel, Meredith Joanne Ford, Haley Roselle, Kate Allison Roth, cum laude, Ellie Grace Belmer, Eva Dawn Peschel, Sophie Marie Baker, magna cum laude, Zoe Nicole Pudens, Holly Breck Hartner, cum laude, Emily Ray Lyers, Alexandria Faye Frederick, Allison Grace Burns, magna cum laude, Jackson David Pearson, Jacob Jeffrey Stevens, Nicholas Jerzak, cum laude, Xavier Paul Mitchell, Hunter August Brintle,
Andres Alejandro Acevedo Tejada,
Zoe Marie Sandoval, Kate Lynn Wilson, David Lee Cunningham, Charlie Grable, Noah Elise Van Beek, cum laude, Dakota Jean Helms, Austin Jarrett Carlin, Angel R. Razo Vasquez, Victor Eugene Payne Jr., Joshua Chad Cusick, John P. Anderson, Ethan Jervis, cum laude, Garrison Christopher Scoville, Jace Barton, Jonathan Philip Plumley, Rhett James Cruson, cum laude,
Ryan Myers,
Alexandra Rose Hellebush, Lola Marie Clark, Haley Elizabeth Wheeler, Caitlin Elise Van Brunt, summa cum laude, Natalie Eileen Jenkins, Carly Malone, Riley Morgan Jones, Jocelyn Chapuro Pompa, Benjamin Aaron Jones, Carson Drew Kiefer, Alexander Haig, Brett McDonald, Parker William Dryman, Benjamin Thomas Stoller, Ben Crawford, Samantha Augustine, Taylor J. Zimmerman, Brandon Harley Burr, The following students are receiving degrees from the College of Business Administration: Adam Sakati, Amron Stewart, Logan Evelina Wilson, Sarah Marie Brandstotner, cum laude, Braden Joseph Campling, Preston Mark Harris, Michaela Sal Todd, Lucas Graham, Emma Grace Shugart, Haley Lee Fowler, Adam Michael Baldiga, Drew Daniel Blassie. The following students are receiving degrees from the Department of Finance: Carson Thomas Howe, Emily May Heffernan, Bryce Lee Disberger, cum laude, Aiden J. Hoover, Frank Palma, Caleb Michael Woolman, cum laude, Seth Faulkner, magna cum laude. Michael Robert Tumberger, magna cum laude. Karsten Andrew Bird. Gabriel Benedict Mohachi, cum laude. Benjamin Waldron. Davis Neil Ross. Krishmi Namesha Akurana Apuhamilige. Alexis Taylor DeWeese, cum laude. Delaney Ann Michelle Hundley, summa cum laude. Caroline Blair Sandstrom, magna cum laude. Tyler James Tomlin, magna cum laude. Mason Grogan, magna cum laude. Ashton Boomer, summa cum laude. Blake Boxberger. Logan James Losey, summa cum laude. Benjamin Harris Willoughby. Hunter Lee Prohaska. Kaylin Lee Chancellor. Benjamin Joseph Rogers, summa cum laude. Benjamin Hyun. Jacob Paul Nelson. Dawson Ray Fancher. Zachariah Jalen Albureni.
Correction, Zachariah Jalen Alberini.
Jordan Christine Anderson. Kirby Louise McKee. Addison Kate Ross. Lauren Marie Swift, magna cum laude. Braden Merritt Walker. Enrique Alexander Franz. Jack Raymond Trainer. Arturo Ortega Garcia II. Logan Fred Lato. Hayden Bradley Frazier. Andrew Nolan Minnis.
Caden Michael Sims.
Charlie Abraham DeZoob, summa cum laude. Noah Bowman. Alexander James Diedrich. Aidan Lineweaver. Caleb Christopher Freed. Leighton Love. Garrett George Reckrott. Jacob Michael Rust. Jack Justice Warden. Emily Tran.
Nicholas Ray Hess.
Miles Andre Seegers. Eli Cutler. Luke Miles Layden. Perry Cal Goddard, summa cum laude. Landon D. Leonardo, magna cum laude. George William Shank, cum laude. Drew Christian Biddle, summa cum laude. Porter C. Schaefersman, cum laude. Matt Holzmeister. Garrett E. Seiler, Connor Timothy Powelke, cum laude. Joseph Lee Bergman, magna cum laude. Garrett William Oakley, Tyson Eric Struber, Bradley John Middleton, Isaiah Roman Resendez, Drew Matthew Nicholson, Nikolai Peterson, Michael James Seipert, Lucas Stephen Gilmore, Jaden Todd Breathauer, summa cum laude. Jude Beckham Branning,
Baron Joseph Bierman,
Cassie Marie Cunningham, Chase Nicholas Rudder, Brody Allen Castle, cum laude. Peyton William Allman, Joseph Robert Masters Pollock, Jonathan Reinick Horton, Nicholas Hill, Cooper Christopher Ohm, Christian Grutner, cum laude. Sean Stephen Wagner, Cooper Lee Schoening, Henry Edward Sims, Peyton James Bartlett, Zachary Andrew Mason Hershey, Evan Michael Balkenbush, Jacob Gernigan, Nicholas Joseph Green, Malik Peters. The following students are receiving degrees from the Herbal Family School of Accountancy. Peyton 4, cum laude. Owen Mackey, Ethan Cox, Tanner Cole Jackson, Jake Holzmeister, John Campbell, Cale Eric Schur, Sean Roger Alaheiligan, magna cum laude. Jonah Dwayne Peters, Britton Dean Forsyth, Jackson Charles Moorhead, Jackson Charles Mills, Holt Joseph Williams, magna cum laude. Tobin Schwartz, Evan Scott Shell, Joshua Dale Tillison, Alexis Laree Trambarger, Carly Knight, summa cum laude. Jaden Ocean Gum Shoemaker, Paul Stephen Tassett, cum laude. Rio Suzanne Dykstra, Oscar Francisco Gallardo, Christopher Joseph Dunn, Lane Joseph Beery, magna cum laude. Grant James Regier. Abigail Davenport, cum laude. Trinity Faith Keene. Casey Nicole Apple, cum laude.
Laura Lee Ann Davis. Samuel Arthur Matheny. Kyler Owen Van Dorn.
Tressa Werman.
Sophia Rachel Yegan. Lily Kathleen Malyard, magna cum laude. Elizabeth Lane Manui, summa cum laude. Joy Catherine Clements, magna cum laude. Adam Ackerman, magna cum laude. Megan Quinn Lee, magna cum laude. Joshua Isaac Baucox. Dylan Matthew Reschke. Alex Alcantara Macias. Daniel Zezati. Joshua Chang, cum laude. Carol Marie Pedrosa Martinez. Addison Grace Hendershot. Briley Lynn Herbig, magna cum laude. Jenna Marie Haas, magna cum laude. Elena Tozier, magna cum laude. Avery Jane Linton, magna cum laude. Caleb Joshua Larson, magna cum laude. John Parker Cecil. Erin Elizabeth Harrigan. Emma Hoover, cum laude. Elizabeth Nicole Cleaver. Avery Pillow, cum laude. Logan Marie Oldridge. Ashley Dawn Isham. Jonas Nathaniel Potter. Morgan Voth, magna cum laude. Cameron Keon Thompson. John David Butler. Andrew Michael Davison. Carter Ryan Struckle. Corbin A. Mott. Jack Poland. Avery Daniel Williams, summa cum laude. Nataya Jade Osborne, cum laude. Madeline Elizabeth Berger. Alexander Gabriel Earhart. Jaden Fox. Kyla Respress. Ethan S. Plenert.
Let's have a round of applause for our graduates one more time. We are grateful to have Adam Walker, President and CEO of the K-State Alumni Association, in attendance. Adam will now say a few words on behalf of the Alumni Association.
Thank you, Dean Gwinner. Congrats, grads. I'm honored to be here today to officially welcome you into the K-State alumni family and the K-State Alumni Association. As a new alum, you join a powerful network of more than 213,000 living graduates of Kansas State University. And wherever life takes you, you'll find K-Staters ready to support, encourage, and celebrate you. Founded in 1874, the K-State Alumni Association has long served as a central connection point for all K-Staters. Self-governed nonprofit organization, we proudly act as the independent voice of K-Staters. Our mission is simple and strong: to reach, connect, and serve all members of our K-State community. Our core values guide us in this mission, and the first is connect. It's in the heart of who we are. Through the Alumni Association, you can stay close to those moments and memories that shaped your K-State experience. From watch parties to pre-games to gatherings held around the country and around the world, you'll create opportunity to stay connected and stay involved. And I encourage you to find other K-Staters wherever you go. And in fact, we recently just launched Ask a K-Stater. It's a digital-powered network and career progression tool to help you connect with 213,000 alums. Just like Elizabeth said, use that borrowed experience. Our second value is tradition, and you'll feel that tradition this weekend, whether it's singing the alma mater for the first time as a new graduate or those KSU photos around campus. And finally, purple. For K-Staters, purple is more than a color. It represents pride, unity, and family. When you see someone wearing that K-State purple or sporting that Power Cat, you instantly feel that unmistakable sense of belonging. To celebrate your graduations, Dean Gwinner, the College of Business, and the K-State Alumni Associations are proud to present to you a complimentary one-year paid membership. We hope you enjoy the benefits of the K-Stater special discounts, exclusive events, and most importantly, connection to K-State. After that first year, we hope you continue your membership. We need your support to continue to strengthen K-State for generations to come. K-State alumni, in fact, are the most loyal in the nation. We rank top 10 nationally and #1 in the Big 12 in terms of membership. And that loyalty spans generations of Wildcats who share that same pride that you feel today as you earn your degree from one of the finest universities in the nation. Finally, we're delighted to present to you an exclusive business card holder. Display it proudly as your journey unfolds with new jobs, titles, homes, and adventures. Please make sure your information is up to date so you can make sure you stay connected to K-State. Congratulations again, and go Cats.
Thank you, Dr. Walker. At this time, I'd like to invite you to rise as you are able and join us in singing the Alma Mater, led by Devlin Yoakum. Thank you, Devlin, for leading our singing today. And before we conclude the ceremony, let's celebrate our newest alumni with the Wabash Cannonball. So please be seated. As we conclude the ceremony, audience, please remain in your seats until the platform party and graduates have exited the Coliseum. Graduates, we ask that you please remain seated until the marshals dismiss your row. Families, you are welcome to meet your graduates up on the concourse or outside for pictures and celebration as preparations for the next ceremony will begin immediately. Congratulations, College of Business graduates. We're so proud of your K-State accomplishments. Now go celebrate and enjoy this special day.